Roob's Observations brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. We're going to start out with a little big picture going into the bye week. Eagles at 8-1. Listen to this. The Eagles have either had or shared the best record in football for 27 straight weeks. Just think about how remarkable that is. For 2 years, and really the better part of the second half of the 21 season when they finished 7-2 in meaningful games, they just haven't lost many games. And it seems like they haven't even played their best football. They haven't even put together one great, overwhelming game. All these games are coming down to the wire. This one was a little scarier than most, but they found a way, and they've been finding ways pretty much for the last 2.5 seasons. And going into the bye now, they'll come back and they'll have the Chiefs on a Monday night, then the Bills at home, then the Niners, and then the Cowboys again and the Seahawks. Now, I looked at those 5 games. Sitting here at 8-1, they did what they had to do. They built up this stockpile of wins going into this stretch. If they go 3-2, let's say they go 3-2, and they could easily go 4-1, who knows? If they do that, they'll be sitting at 11-3 after 14 games, and all they'll have left is the Giants, then the Cards, and then the Giants again. That's 3 wins, and that gets you to 14-3 again. And that gets you the number 1 seed. I can't imagine it wouldn't for a second straight year, which would be incredible. And their MVP through the first half of the season is Jalen, and it's been incredible to watch his evolution as a passer these last few weeks. When he's been hobbled, he got hurt again today, took a helmet to that same left knee that's been bothering him. Comes out, throws 2 touchdowns in the second half. He only threw 9 passes in the second half, but 3 games in a row he's been over 73% accuracy. No Eagles quarterback has ever done that before. During that stretch, he's got 7 touchdowns and 1 interception, and doing it without the threat of the run. That tells you everything you need to know about Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. He's put himself in an MVP race as we go into the second half of the season. One interesting thing with this team is the secondary, and they've given them a ton of yards, a ton of touchdowns. I believe they've allowed 19 touchdowns, and they have just 4 interceptions. Opposing quarterbacks have a 99.7 passer rating. All the stats say they're just a terrible secondary, but I kind of look at it differently. I think they're secondary in flux, kind of. They've played so many young guys, from Sidney Brown to Eli Ricks getting a lot of run, Josh Jobe earlier in the season, Mekhi Gardner, an undrafted rookie, played a lot in the middle of the season. Josiah Scott played for 1 game. They brought in Bradley Roby in the middle of the season. He got hurt. They brought in Kevin Byard. I mean, it's just been one thing after another. So, look, yes, they're giving up a lot of yards, but what's happening beyond that? They're making plays, and they're getting stops. And I think today's game really showed the resilience of this young group. Look, Dak does this. This is what he does to the Eagles every time he plays them. Threw for almost 400, 3 touchdowns. But when they have to get a stop, they got to stop. And I think that's kind of the hallmark of this group, and they're going to get better because they're young guys and they have talent. So I think they're going to grow. I think they're going to get better, and I think there's good times ahead for this group.